Imagine just getting off work and you going to get you a brand new Mercedes-Benz. So you get to the lot, you get your Benz and everything, so everything's cool, and you're driving for a few months, and then your boss calls you in the office letting you know that they're laying people off and you're one of them. It's out of your control. Now, you have this brand new Benz over here, and you're worried, how am I going to make the payments? So you call up the Mercedes-Benz dealership and say, hey, I just lost my job. I'm not able to make my payments. And they tell you, hey, no problem. What we're going to do, we're going to suspend your payments for at least 3 months. And we're going to try to find you a job or help you try to find a better paying job. Would you want to still do business with a company like that? Well, if you do, then this video is for you, because I'm talking about Sofi. Sofi.com, they're not a car dealership, but they're a lending institution. And this is their model that they're working with. And if it works, hey, it's a lot of happy people out there. But check this out. We're going to talk about Sofi.com and what it takes to actually to become a Sofi member. Now, understand that Sofi.com, when you apply for a loan with them, they do not do a hard pull on your credit. They do a soft pull. So that means that whatever your credit score is, that's what it's going to stay at, okay? Now, also, they look at your FICO score as well as your VantageScore. So they're looking at both FICO and VantageScore. And here's another thing. They're looking to see if you have at least a 680 credit score. Now, here's the reason I continue to tell people. People are trying to focus on a 750, 800 credit score, and I keep telling them, just get to a 680. Just get to a 680. The reason is, a lot of financial institutions, they know if you can get to a 680, 690, you're working your way toward that higher credit score, and it probably just some debt that's probably holding it down. You don't have any bad marks, it's just that you done leveraged too much debt. So that's what Sofi.com is looking at. Not that they're looking for, you can't have a recent bankruptcy, but at the same time, if you have a 680 credit score and they say, okay, you have multiple credit cards and student loans that's weighing you down, that's bringing down your debt to income ratio, which we're going to talk about in a minute, because some of you all need to understand that. But at the same time, Sofi.com, this is some of their criteria, at least a 680 credit score. Now, the dollar amount that Sofi.com will loan you is between $5,000 up to $100,000. That's right, from $5,000 up to $100,000. For a lot of doctors, lawyers, and stuff, and they have student loans and stuff like that, they turn to Sofi because they make it much easier for them to make their payments and everything, because again, they give them a larger amount to help cover the student loan with a lower interest rate. Here's another thing that I like about Sofi, is they don't charge any origination fees, no prepayment penalties, nor foreign transaction fees. So you're not just bummed down with all these different fees that a lot of these other lenders are charging you, okay? And like I said, they are willing to help you find a job and suspend your loan payments up to 90 days. Now, I want to tell you guys something. If you have a car payment through one of the major car dealers and stuff, they will suspend your payments, or they'll take that payment and they'll put it on the back end of the loan. How many times they will do it, I don't know. But I know that they will take maybe 1 or 2 payments. If you lose your job or something, you can ask them to defer that payment, put it on the back end of the loan. So that way, hey, if you're struggling financially and you want to keep your car, but you don't want to have a bad mark on your credit, if you discover you're struggling, reach out to them and ask them if they can move your payment from this month to the back end of the loan. And usually they will do that, okay? So that's something to keep in mind if you ever lose your job. Make sure you reach out to your financing company and ask them to put that loan payment on the back end of the loan. All right. Now, another thing about Sofi.com is that they will give you a second loan once you have your first loan and you make at least 3 payments on that loan. They will allow you to have a second loan. Okay, so which is very, very good. Very good for a lot of situations where, hey, you got a loan and it paid off some debt, but you have a little more debt that you need to pay off, and you still have multiple payments, and you just want that one payment. So Sofi will work with you and do that for you. Now, let me share something with you. I see a lot of people saying they've been turned down by this lender, that lender, and all this, right? And they're upset about it because they don't understand why. Well, I'm here to tell you why so you can understand it. You may have a DTI or a threshold. Most lenders would probably tolerate 45%, okay? So if your debt to income ratio is over 45%, you may be struck. You may get turned down by these other lenders. From Sofi, I think they tolerate up to 60%. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is about 60% debt to income ratio. All right. Now, also the state that you're staying in, because with some lenders and stuff, they're restricted to maybe do business, especially like New York, New Jersey. There's a few other states and stuff. They have such tough regulations and stuff. They couldn't they couldn't offer you a loan in that state anyway. So that itself maybe could eliminate you from getting approved. Okay. Now, let's go back to these prepaid debit cards. If you have a prepaid debit card and you don't have an active bank account, again, this can eliminate you from getting approved, because a lot of lenders, they don't want you to have a prepaid debit card. They want you to have an actual bank account. And you should have an actual bank account. And if you do have an actual bank account and you're paying your cell phone, your light, gas, and water through your active bank account, you need to sign up for Experian Boost, so that way those bills can start reporting on your credit file to help give you a credit score boost. Okay? This is what I'm talking about, three-way funding, because we're trying to help you understand that you need to know this stuff so you can have the leverage that a lot of other companies aren't willing to share with you. Now, also, think about this. Inquiries. If you have, I always tell people, it's going to be very challenging for you to get funding, even through traditional banks, if you have more than between 6 to 8 inquiries. Most of them, if it's over 7 inquiries, they're going to start turning you down. Okay? So that's another problem. Also, limited income. Limited income. So if you're only bringing in $1,000 a month and your rent is $750, what are the chances of that lender going to be getting paid back? So you have to look at your income also. That's just the reason that we always tell you at three-way funding, you need to have multiple streams of income. So I hope that this video on Sofi.com could help some of you guys that are already at a 680 or higher, and now you understand what it takes to get a loan from Sofi.com. And don't forget, if you ever experienced getting a loan with Sofi.com, or you're looking to get a loan with Sofi.com, I would like for you to share your comments. Let us know what your experience has been trying to get a loan with Sofi.com. Don't forget to like and comment as well. Like, comment, and share. And so, thank you for your time. For those of you that do have challenging credit that's less than a 680, I'll put a list of lenders below in the description you can reach out to see if they're able to help you get a loan. Now, the dollar amount, I don't know, but at the same time, maybe you can reach out to them to see if they're able to help you get qualified for a loan if you have lower than a 680 credit score. So this is Houston with three-way funding. I hope that this video helps you.